Good morning, Facebook. Grace and peace to you all. So, 3 days in bed with beautiful kidney stones and miserable in pain. But it's made me think about the health and wealth gospel. And if I am looking for God's love in my circumstances, then I'm in bondage to self. And I was thinking about Apostle Paul finding freedom in submitting his entire life to God, saying, "For I've been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me." That submission of life to God fully. And then as Paul went along in his life, he prayed for those that were sick, healed the sick, because it was no longer about him at the center. Whereas a lot of the health and wealth gospel that's out there, it's rooted in self. If I believe, if it's all about how much faith I have that it's going to produce health and wealth in my life. It's rooted in self rather than being rooted in Christ. Is your life rooted in yourself still, or is it rooted in Christ? I believe that I could be healed, but if I were to die from this, right, something goes along the way, does that mean Christ doesn't love me? By no means. I know that I'm loved by God, right? I know that my life, the blessing is that I was dead in my sins and my trespasses, but God, being rich in mercy and grace, made me alive together with Christ. My nature has been changed. I've been made anew in Christ. I am a new creation because of the righteousness of God. I've been made righteous by what Christ did on the cross. I've been changed. I'm in freedom, and I'm not going back into any kind of bondage. If I'm putting an expectation that if I do this, then God should do that, right? Then it's about me at the core instead of becoming like him, and my heart desiring for people to believe and be healed because I've been changed and I've been made love. I've been made love. So I'm going to love unconditionally. That's where real freedom comes from. So I'm going to pray for people to be healed because I love them and I want the absolute best for them, right? So there are things that I don't understand, but I'm going to continue to be like him because I've been changed. I have a new nature. My nature is his nature. We've been united with him. We've been created anew in him. So there's a difference within. And the difference is that my nature is no longer self-centered. It's Christ-centered. So we become like him. So our love is like his. So of course we want to pray for people. Right? Of course we want them to be healed. But if I'm not healed, it doesn't mean that Christ doesn't love me, because I know that he does. Right? I've been changed at the core, at the center. May God bless you. And if you come across a health and wealth gospel that's out there, like it's about your faith if you are not healed. I go to Hebrews 11, right? By faith, some were, shut the mouths of lions, and some were sawn in two, but they all lived by faith, right? Anyway, may God bless you, and you have an amazing weekend. God bless.